Most of us live in a state of fear. It is a low hum in the background of our lives, a constant companion. We fear failure. We fear what others think of us. We fear uncertainty. We fear losing what we have. This fear is a cage. It keeps us in unfulfilling jobs, in stagnant relationships, in lives of quiet compromise. We play it safe, clinging to a fragile sense of security, while the world outside is defined by one undeniable truth: constant change and chaos. What if you could transform your relationship with fear? What if you could see the chaos of life not as a threat, but as your greatest ally? This is the philosophy at the heart of the 50th Law, a powerful collaboration between author Robert Greene and the iconic rapper and entrepreneur Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. The book argues that the ultimate power in the modern world is fearlessness. Not the absence of fear, but the ability to confront it, move through it, and use its energy to your advantage. The 50th Law itself is simple, yet profound. See things for what they are and have no fear of the consequences. This is a guide to becoming a realist in a world of illusions and a warrior in a world of comfort. To understand this law, you must first understand its source. 50 Cent's story is not one of privilege or luck. It is a story of being forged in the fire of the streets. He rose from being a teenage drug dealer in Southside Queens to becoming a global hip-hop sensation. He was shot 9 times and survived. He built a music career, then lost it all when he was blackballed by the industry. He then rebuilt himself into a multimedia mogul and a master of business. His entire life has been a masterclass in navigating extreme environments where a single mistake could mean death or ruin. He did not achieve this through positive thinking. He achieved it through a ruthless form of practicality, a mindset that Greene identifies as the key to fearlessness. This mindset is built on several fundamental principles. The first principle is the cultivation of an intense and unshakable sense of self-reliance. You must come to a profound realization: no one is coming to save you. You are completely on your own. Your success, your survival, your happiness, these are your responsibility and no one else's. Most people secretly hope for a rescuer, a mentor, a lucky break that will change their lives. This is a fantasy that breeds dependency and weakness. The fearless individual kills this fantasy. They look inward for their strength. They trust their own judgment above all else. They know that they are the only person they can truly count on. This is not a bleak philosophy. It is an empowering one. When you stop looking for external saviors, you tap into a deep well of inner resourcefulness. You become like a fortress, impervious to the shifting loyalties and unreliable nature of others. You become the master of your own destiny. This self-reliance is fueled by an insatiable hunger for more, for better. The fearless individual is intensely ambitious, but it is an ambition born of a deep-seated dissatisfaction with the status quo. 50 Cent calls this having the hustler's ambition. It is a burning desire to improve your circumstances, to create something from nothing, to refuse to accept the limitations placed upon you. This ambition is not about greed, it is about the expression of your life force. It is the energy that pushes you to wake up early, to work harder, to learn constantly, to push through obstacles. Most people's ambition is tempered by fear. They want to succeed, but not if it means risking ridicule or failure. The hustler's ambition is stronger than the fear. It is a non-negotiable drive that uses fear as fuel. When you are afraid to make a phone call, your ambition to close the deal must be greater. When you are afraid to launch a project, your ambition to see it realized must be stronger. Your hunger must be greater than your fear. With this ambition burning inside you, you must then learn to embrace the reality of your circumstances. This is the core of fearlessness, seeing things for what they are, without the filter of your hopes, fears, or ego. Most of us look at the world through a lens of what we want to see, We ignore negative information. We cling to comforting illusions. We pretend that a business partner is loyal when all the signs point to betrayal. We tell ourselves a job is secure when the industry is dying. The fearless individual practices radical objectivity. They strip away the emotion and look at the cold, hard facts. They seek out the negative, the problematic, the uncomfortable truth. They want to know the worst-case scenario so they can prepare for it. This is what 50 Cent did after he was shot. He did not lie in bed feeling sorry for himself. He assessed his situation with brutal clarity. His music career was over. He had no money. He had powerful enemies. By staring directly at this harsh reality, he could form a practical plan to overcome it. He used his notoriety from the shooting to create a buzz. He produced mixtapes that bypassed the traditional industry, and he fought his way back to the top. Fear comes from the unknown. By knowing everything, especially the worst, you drain fear of its power. This clear-eyed realism allows you to master the art of timing and opportunity. The world is in a constant state of flux. The fearless individual does not resist this change. They flow with it. They are like water. They are agile and adaptable. They understand that there is a time to be aggressive and a time to be patient, a time to speak and a time to listen. They read the environment constantly, looking for the moment when the tide is turning, when a door is cracking open. They are not rigidly attached to a single plan. When one door closes, they immediately look for another. When the music industry rejected him, 50 Cent pivoted to mixtapes, then to vitamin water, then to television. He did not mourn the loss of one path, he created new ones. He saw the chaos of the industry not as a barrier, but as a playground where a clever and adaptable person could win. This requires a profound flexibility and a willingness to let go of the past. You must be willing to kill your own outdated ideas and reinvent yourself as often as necessary. All of this leads to the most important practice, the confrontation of mortality. This is the ultimate fear, the root of all other fears. We are afraid of failing because it feels like a little death. We are afraid of rejection because it feels like an annihilation of our social self. The 50th law urges you to not run from this fear, but to move closer to it. You must contemplate your own death. You must remember that your time is limited, that you could die at any moment. This is not a morbid exercise. It is the ultimate liberation. The awareness of your mortality makes all the petty fears of life seem absurd. Why are you worried about what someone thinks of you? You are going to die. Why are you afraid to pursue your dream? You are going to die. This awareness injects a powerful urgency into your life. It makes you intolerant of wasting time, of tolerating mediocre relationships, of living a life that is not your own. It forces you to focus on what is truly essential. When you accept the worst-case scenario, your own death, you are freed from all the smaller fears that plague you. You can now act with a boldness that others will perceive as power. This fearless mindset translates into a specific way of moving through the world. It is a posture of confident aggression. This does not mean being loud or violent. It means being the one who initiates action. It means controlling the frame of any situation. Instead of reacting to events, you become the one who creates events. You set the tone. You define the terms. In business, this means making the first offer. In a conflict, it means being the one who defines the nature of the argument. In life, it means being the one who pursues opportunities instead of waiting for them to come to you. This proactive stance is inherently intimidating to those who are ruled by fear. It gives you a tremendous psychological advantage. People are naturally drawn to those who seem to have a firm grip on reality and a clear direction. Your fearlessness becomes a magnet that attracts opportunity and repels enemies. The 50th law is a call to arms. It is a philosophy for the modern world, a world that resembles the chaotic and competitive environment of the streets more than we would like to admit. It argues that the traditional paths of security and comfort are illusions. The only true security comes from within, from your own resourcefulness, your own clarity, and your own courage. The journey to fearlessness is not easy. It requires you to shed your illusions, to take complete responsibility for your life, and to stare into the abyss of your own mortality. But the reward is the ultimate form of freedom, the freedom to live life on your own terms, to shape your own destiny, and to not be a slave to the opinions of others or the circumstances of your birth. It is about becoming a sovereign individual in a world of followers. See the world for what it is, a place of endless change and opportunity. Move forward with no fear of the consequences. This is the 50th law. This is power.